It's a agentic AI. I would like it to do all my calculations because it's very time consuming.
The annoying parts of the business.
Yeah.
How long have you had this baking business?
For around a year, I've been selling. I started very small by selling like birthday cakes to my like relatives. Then the word spread, and I've had a Christmas sale. I'm going to start a summer sale like next week or next to next week, depending on my time.
Very
And
impressed.
yeah,
This
whenever
is really cool.
whenever anybody wants like a special order, I take it like a week before.
Thank you for sharing. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Okay, let's see. How about, okay, Ayana Malik.
Yeah, so as it was written in the question that it will handle my business while I'm asleep or busy, I would want it to do the hard stuff pretty similar to what everybody else said and handle the customers because the data of the customers is very important. They can react very differently, and if I'm busy and I don't pay attention to it, then it might lead to the downfall of the business.
What kind of data do you think would be really important for you? And what kind of business are you thinking?
Any business in particular, and like customer reviews and data related to that, like what they think about the product so that we can just improve the business further.
So you would have the bot read reviews and then maybe report back to you anything like flag, anything that would be a trigger, would be alarming, so it could respond on your behalf before other people see it. Yeah, that's really interesting. Okay, thank you for sharing that. Okay, we have time for one more. So how about I'm gonna Muranka Gupta.
Yeah, hi. It's pronounced Mriganka. And
Thank
like
you.
I like already like what I was about to say, it's already been said, but like I would just like let the AI like track people's like what they want or like what they're doing on my side of business or whatever. And I would just like it's already been said. So
Well, no, come on, share. Just
yeah, so I would just like see, I would like ask the AI to track like people's behavior on the website or like whatever site I am on and I'm using that as my business. Uh, yeah, I would do that.
that would be really helpful, right? Because otherwise we have to go to our heat maps and we have to go to
Yeah.
Google Analytics, we have to go to Shopify Analytics. We have to get all that information to understand where they're dropping off, right, on the website, how many abandoned carts. So you would have the bot bring you a report every day,
Yes,
so you'd
yes. So
understand.
like overnight we do this, and then the next morning when like starting to work, it would just take me all of this like in a summary basically, so
Yeah, I
that I'm
like
up
that.
to date on like what happened overnight.
Very smart. Okay, thank you. All right, one more. Romit, tell us, what would you have your bot do?
Okay, so I first of all, uh, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
perfectly.
Okay.
Mhm.
So first of all, I personally believe that marketing and market positioning your marketing is really important. So,
Sure.
it might be a little bit controversial, but I would, Google tracks what you're searching, uh, what you're looking for, what you need. So I would first understand what people want, and then the people who are in like the category that want my say product, I would position them, and like I would send them emails as like we discussed. I would send them emails and targeted ads, so that they could like get uh
Yeah, I'm so
targeted
glad
ads.
you mentioned that. That's
Yeah,
exactly where we're going today with the
and
emails,
second
with the
okay, and second, I would also have a customer helpline, AI chatbot. So if you have any issues with the product, do you want to know anything about the product, it can like answer your doubts and like help you understand more about us, like the company and the product in general.
super smart. Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm really glad that you mentioned emails and triggers. And I'm going to hand it over to Anand now because we're on part two of a very important workshop about email marketing. So, Anand, please.
Yes. Hi, guys. First of all, I just want everybody to wear one another not just say hi. Because it's not just for me, it's just for your colleagues, friends, and all. Let's greet ourselves first and just get into the workshop, right? Again. So last week we covered a small, a picture of how email automation is and how things are. But this we will go in detail of basics. I'll make sure you understand what's actually email automation is, how important it is for e-commerce or any business. But let's focus on e-commerce for the time being to make you understand and why it matters. So before we get started, I just want you to do a small exercise. So drop a Y in the chat if you ever added something in your cart online and then left without buying. You just added into the cart, but you didn't buy it. If that's the case, just drop Y in the chat. I just want to see everybody.
Okay, I can start to read them too if you want, Anand, as
No,
they
just
come in. Oh, just a
no, no.
Y. Okay, just the letter
Why?
Y.
Why? I just
Got it.
want them to engage. Just be. It's a warm up for them. All right.
Okay, we have a
So
lot of people
yes.
who are
All right. That's
definitely.
great. That's great. Now, if you just you haven't done that, if you haven't done that, just say N in the chat.
Only one N so far.
Oh, great.
Two, yeah, three, four.
Okay. Now, oh,
It's
okay. I see a lot of
we have a
Y's.
lot of
Cool. Cool.
abandoned carts.
Nice. Yeah, abandoned carts. Exactly. That's what we're gonna talk about. All right. Now. We're gonna drop a poll. I want everyone to answer it, please, once the poll is live. Right. Please answer the poll.
So is this poll like made up of the email which is gonna come now, or like is it the general one?
It's a general question. So just please answer it. It's just a general question.
So you want to know, did they ignore the email they received
Yes,
or did
because
they
I just
respond?
want to understand how they've seen like what's their experience towards e-commerce, and what I'm gonna talk about, how they experienced it. So if they have received an email, right, then they've experienced how email automation is, what Klaviyo is. So I just want to know.
Sure,
So that's
sure.
what this poll is all about. All right, all right. Yes, most of the answers I've seen is yes, but I ignored it. Right? Guys,
Mhm.
you guys are all Klaviyo. It's an automation sequence email. Nobody, drafted email or nobody typed it personally to you. It's done automatically by Klaviyo, right? So you experienced the the whole architecture of email automation, but today we're gonna go dive deep into it and understand how this thing happened, how you got the email specifically of what the product you sent. This whole workshop is just trying to make you understand how you got that email or you ignored it. But what's the reason behind getting that email, right? So I hope you guys are ready. So let's dive deep into it. So now, sounds familiar. Just see, you just added something into cart, then got distracted. Why? Maybe there are multiple reasons. So you just go to a Shopify store. Well, let's before that, let's make it a little clear. So first, what is Shopify? It's just for the new students, guys. So Shopify is like you build a store, a physical store, how you built in a location. Shopify is something that you can build a store online website, right? So it's like it has shelves, like categories, checkout, everything. What Klaviyo is a system that talks to your customers automatically. The right message, the right person, the right moment. That is what we're learning today. Okay.
Anand,
So what?
Anand, can you make your presentation bigger? So can you put it into presentation mode so we can really see the slides?
Okay. How about now?
There, that's great. Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
No, that's great. Thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
So you can see my screen, right?
Yes, perfectly
All
now.
right, all right. So now if you see this whole just a second, guide, my screen froze. Okay, now you understood, right? So Klaviyo is a system that talks to your customers automatically. Okay, the right message, the right person, the right moment. That is what Klaviyo does. Whereas Shopify is actual, a store, a physical store is what you go and shop. Shopify is a virtual store, the website. Now, what we do, so we have this the whole experience. You get a lot of emails like you added into the cart, you just got distracted, you didn't make the purchase. That's one case. You get some emails like happy birthday, or greeting you with some kind of festivals. Why you get these emails? First of all, let's try to understand why you are getting emails. So for that, there is something called, it's really expensive to get a new customer make a purchase on your store rather than your existing audience or someone you know. It is easy to convince someone you know to make a purchase rather than going to a stranger and make them buy, right? Any questions? Just come on.
Sure. Okay, so how about you, Pravanch? You've had your hand raised for a
I'm
while.
pretty
What
sure
is
you're
your
supposed to
question?
go from the back, but you can move your hands a
Uh, I'm sorry, Pravanch, did you have a question? No? How about you, Siddharth? You could put your camera on, please. You have your hand raised?
No, like I don't really have any question for
Oh,
this
Okay,
it was there for before, and my like camera I can switch it on, but it won't really be useful because my camera is not working. So like as you can see, I
oh,
switched it on now.
thank you.
So
Thank you.
okay.
yeah.
Okay, I just see one other hand raised. Adhurst, you have a
Yeah,
question?
I just had one question. Is there any
Sure.
substitute for Klaviyo?
There are hundreds of substitutes for Klaviyo. It's
But like,
just one tool we use to make you understand. And also you can do it in a custom also. You can build on a email web servers also. But it takes a lot of time. You need a lot of staff and hundreds of people for that. What Klaviyo does is it just
yeah,
removes the
true.
entire operations and one person can do it. You can be the only guy, you can sit and get things done.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. All right. Any more questions? So far you're clear what is Shopify and what is Klaviyo, right? All right.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Then let's get into the workshop.
We don't see your screen now, so maybe you want to share
Yes,
again?
I did
Okay,
stop it.
thank
Okay.
you.
So now what I want to say is, so you have an online sneaker store. Thousands of people visit this month. Guess how many buy, right? So like the number says, like, thousand visitors came, only 970 people viewed the product and left. Only 30 bought. Only 30 users made the purchase out of 1,000. Okay. So the goal is you need to reach out to all those 970 users. Sorry, 970 users. How would you reach them out? You can't spend again on ads every time. It is really expensive, guys. It is very expensive. I'm telling you. For every user you bring into your store, it's not 100% you can make everybody make a purchase. Unless it is free, it is a conversion. So now, how would you, make these 970 users who walked into your store or visited your website but didn't make a purchase? Now it's your job. So for that, we use Klaviyo. But why just, let's say, email automation? One such example, the tool is Klaviyo, because you can actually talk to the user personally. Though it is robotic or whatever it is, automatic sequence, you can address the person personally. When it comes to email, it's one-on-one. It's not like one of thousand users you present like an ad. The email you send, you can uh, you know uh, address them, greet them with their name, specific product, what did they visit, you can send that particular product in the email. and then talk about that particular product with a couple of words and uh, futures, add-ons, a reason to buy that particular product, and an offer saying 10-20% off, buy now for next couple of days or a day. That's it.
Okay,
Okay.
Anand, we're getting requests to go into presentation mode again so we can really see your
All right.
presentation.
How about now?
Yes,
The
thank you.
point is, it's getting stuck. I don't know why, but yeah.
I know.
So now,
Absolutely.
for now, you can see. Now, what we do is, I just want to play a small game. I'm gonna ask a question. The game is human or robot. Okay. Please drop H or please drop R. H for human, R for robot. Now, let's say you saw a notification or an email from Zomato. Your order is 10 minutes away. What do you think that email is? A human written email or a robotic bot? Robot or a bot? I want to see in
Okay,
the comment section.
so just to clarify, if you receive an email, your order is 10 minutes away. Is it a robot or is it a human? Who's sending that
Yes.
message? Okay, so
Yes.
specifically, we just want to get an idea.
Yes.
So, yeah, it looks like a lot of people realize it's a robot.
Yeah. And now,
Mhm.
another example. You might have seen from Mintra. Your wait list is approved. Like now, okay, let me read. Only 2 items left in your watch list, wish list, sorry. From Mintra, YouTube, Mr. Breeze just uploaded. It could be a notification or an email, whatever it is. All these emails or a notification, everything is robotic. A bot does that. It is not done by a user or a person. Because let's say you have 100 users today, it is possible to drop an email or a message or a notification individually. The day you have 10,000 or 100,000, you can't spend manpower, hundreds of people sitting at a big workspace just to message. The return on person you spend on for salaries and all, and the revenue you make on the sale after sending an email is not adding up. You lose a lot of money. So just sort this entire operations with one click of a button to make sure that it does its job automatically no matter what. That is the reason these platforms of automatic bots are built. Let's take one question or two questions before we dive deep in.
Sure. Okay, so I see that Arjun has had his hand raised. What is your question, Arjun? Please put on your camera. Arjun, are you there? Okay, how about Hidrith, Jane? You have your hand raised for a while too.
Okay, Arjun?
No,
वही चिली चिली चिकन और क्या है चिकन के आइटम स्टार्टर में क्या
no,
है
I don't think
Okay,
so.
fine. So
Okay.
fine. I think they're clear
ठीक है
for
आपसे
for
रिपीट
now. I'm happy.
No, well, Pravanch has their hand raised. So do you have a question, Pravanch?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to
Sure.
ask her that before all this AI was there, did big companies, used to spend all their time just, you know, writing emails to different people, or how would the same thing happen before all the
Sure.
AI automation was
That's
there?
a really interesting question.
Yeah.
So, right, when there are hundreds of years in the very early days of internet marketing or e-commerce, things were like that. A personal customization email was sent where any store who starts a business, it's done like that until they acquire hundreds of customers. But once the day they have 1,000 plus or 2,000 plus, there were platforms earlier called GetResponse, MailChimp, these kind of small automation tools. But this was 10, 20 years old, like 15 years old. The automation bots are built long back, but they were not that powerful when compared to what we have right now. It was not a damn customized specific product at those days, but it was a store-based coupon on a generic. But right now, it is personalized with specific product what you have seen and with accurately showing uh, the location wise what happens if you are on a specific location with the currency exchange and all. So it just improved with time. But earlier it was generic. They used to drop an email newsletter to all their subscribers or whatever it is in general. You are talking about the store, brand, and a coupon or whatever it is.
Thank you, sir.
That was a nice question. Any more?
I don't think so right now. I think we can
Okay.
continue. Thank you.
Yes. All right. So now you understand. So let's say we have 1,000 visitors and only 30 of them are going to convert, and we need to communicate to the rest of the 970 users. That's the whole game. So how to do it is what Klaviyo solves the issue. Now, if in your own words, what is Klaviyo is, I would say it's like a robot that knows when to text your customer, right? But again, I'm repeating right message, right person, right moment, automatically every time.
Anand, I have a question, and I just want to see.
Yes.
I think it'll trigger a lot of people to respond. So you have 1,000 visitors come to the store, right? And then, but only 30 actually buy something. I would like to go around the room real quick and tell us why. Why wouldn't, what could be some of the reasons that you can think of that they actually abandoned a cart or didn't buy something? So, Hidre, please share just quickly. Why?
Yes.
Actually, it's from Riddle, like the H is silent.
Say it again.
My name actually H is silent, so like it's just already by Riddle.
Okay. Okay.
Aride, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Why would they not buy?
So I think that other 970 people would not buy, as maybe like some of them want to check on other websites. Maybe it's cheaper on that. Or like they just don't like the design or something.
The price, maybe, right? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much. How about
Or like
Sanji?
color. For example,
Thank
you make a bottle which is green, but someone wants it in red or like blue. It's like they have to see something else, right?
thank you.
As
Thank you so
it's not
much.
available in that.
Sanji Kana, please. Why? Why wouldn't they buy?
Evening,
What would be a
myself
guess?
Sanj Khanna.
Thank you.
There can be many problems like they don't have the right size if we are talking about clothing and shoes. They don't have the right size, so they will be waiting for the right size to arrive, or it would be out of stock. They might need some discount so they might be waiting for discounts, and they might not like the price, so they will be waiting for it to lower down a bit.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
So
That's
true.
great. That's a great answer.
Okay, Kabir, how about you? Why wouldn't they buy? Give us some new ideas. Kabir? No? Did you just leave? You had your hand
Yeah,
raised?
so I think yeah. So I
Mm.
think one reason they wouldn't buy something is because of a few factors. The main one probably being the price range, as all of them mentioned, or it could also just be that they didn't like the product, or it was a friend's recommendation
Okay. Remember, they
that this
just
app or website sells good products, and they just wanted to give it a look.
thank you
Okay.
so much. Okay. So back to the workshop. Thank you, Anand.
All right. Thank you. So usually, there were multiple reasons, that it is a price point, it's gonna be they change their mind or whatever happens, we need to communicate with them. So the communication part could be multiple ways, but for now, we're talking about a personal communication that is through email, right? So one such email is good enough to trigger the user to come back and make the purchase. That's the whole point of uh, what we're trying to achieve. So how to do that? So we have multiple ways, but for that we need to know if a person actually, let's say you visit a website and you did look at a particular product, what happens there is it has to trigger this particular product from the website to the Klaviyo. So let's say if you go into a store, you pick the product, the shopkeeper or a salesperson saw that you picked the product and you placed it back. You're very much interested, but you didn't make a purchase, one or other reason. So here the trigger is nothing but the person who observed that the particular product you picked and kept is what trigger is. So this person tells the information to the manager saying that particular product picked up like the guy picked the product and placed it in the shelf. I think if we offer a discount or something, he will be interested in buying. So what happens? The salesperson who is in charge of sales goes personally to the store, like the shopper, and says, "Sir, we are giving a Diwali discount of like so and so. You can buy this." Okay. He says it's $10 or $20. He's interested. Sir, if you buy a product worth of $50 of actual cart, we will give you an additional $10 discount. That's something like, convincing them to buy more. So what happens here? Now let's take these scenarios. Trigger is nothing but finding out what exact product that particular person viewed. So for that, let's let me show you a live example. Last week we did visit the Shopify store. I did show you how the trigger works. Um, just a second, guys. Okay, now I want to take one question before I move to I want to show you Shopify and at the same time Klaviyo. But before that, I want to take a question. Any questions regarding the trigger? I'm going to show you how trigger works, but before that, I wanted to understand you understood.
Okay. And just so you know, we do need to pick up the pace a little bit because we want to give students ample time in the workshops. Does anybody
Sure,
have any
sure.
particular questions right now? Adrit? Adrit?
Ma'am, I didn't have a question. I wanted to answer the last question that was asked. But I just
Okay.
had
Okay. All right. All right. So now let's get to the basic. I'm gonna go to Klaviyo now, and I'm gonna show you how to get things done. So I did show you what is a flow and how things work. Flow is nothing but that goes automatically. So in the Klaviyo, I did show you how to log in into Klaviyo and all in the last week. So for that, we're directly going into the flows. So there are few flows. For now, we're gonna talk about abandoned cart. I did spoke about it last week, but I'm gonna do it in a very systematic way. So for now, if you go to the website, okay, any website, you just click on the product. Okay, this is where the entire operations are read. Let's say the code is placed on the website. There are something called pixels. It is a metapixel, but Klaviyo also has a pixel which is internally stored with API. You're not able to see it here. But what happens is if you do any operations, you see if page view, if you go to any variations, it actually fires those events. And that is how the algorithm, the Klaviyo gets to know what is happening on the website. So whenever any operation, like say you open a specific product, they know exactly what that user opened. How do they get to know? When you go to cart, when you go to checkout, when you fill the form but you didn't make the purchase also, they are able to track in and out of every data, everything. So what happens is trigger. You can see something called trigger. Trigger is nothing but, like I said, um, fires when something happens. If you do any operation, that's a trigger. So here the trigger is when someone checkout started. You went to the add to cart, you went to that particular place. This is what trigger is. Now, what I do, I'm just waiting for some time. This guy did open the cart. I'll wait for some time, just giving him enough space, and then I'll drop an email. The email is about the entire what specific product he opened. I'm saying, thanks for stopping by. Open. Before just a second, guys. I have trouble with my PC today. But anyone, I see some hands.
Okay, so
Vihan,
let's see.
Vihan, let's
Like,
take a question before that.
sure, you call on them, Anand. You call on them. You can see who's
Yes,
raised.
yes, Vihan.
Yeah, so I had a question regarding like previous class we did something about setup, and we can organize the emails, we can set up a skeleton, some kind of flow in which they can just fill in the first names and then send the email automatically. So
Yes.
as a user we know that it is AI. So
Okay.
is there an option in Klaviyo to add some kind of AI humanizer option to make it feel less robotic?
It works both ways. You can draft your own email, making sure it is not robotic and send it. Okay. Or you can use AI. If you feel it is, if the email drafted by AI is robotic, it's your job to make it customized and sound less robotic or more human.
Okay. Thank
Yes.
you.
Another question. Anybody? Okay, fine. I'll move to the slide. Now, so as we spoke, how does Klaviyo knows when to send data? So it's like, think of it like an alarm clock. Okay. When somebody, opens it, the action happens, which is trigger. You take some time, and if there is no purchase, he didn't make a purchase, he is not doing anything. He's just visiting the website and leaving. Okay. So you keep sending them emails in a systematic way, but you will end up after a while because you don't want to, uh, get spammed or blocked by the user. So you only send 3 emails before they make a purchase. If not, you will end it. You'll not poke them every day. But let's say they placed an order. Fine, you're happy. Now, after placing an order, you need to put them into different categories, and you need to make them understand. So now let's get to this abandoned cart, which I was talking about. So 70% of people leave without buying, as we spoke. This flow chase every single one. Okay, how to do? You can create it in a multiple ways. So you just need to talk to them. So you forgot something. We saw you visiting the store. We have like something, a great offer running on the store. Please visit us and buy. Or you can say like a lot of people are buying this. Is a hot selling one. Uh, you can talk about your reviews, your social proof, saying we are authentic brand. We do sell a lot. We are positioned great in the market. You can trust us. Sometimes trust issue is one such thing. Or let's say we have only 2 left in stock, or 1 left in stock, or 5 left in stock. You create the FOMO and urgency in the email, making sure the goal is to make them purchase. The whole point of you set up an e-commerce store or any business is you need to generate sales, right? So these kind of emails, one after the other in a sequence, not more than 3 before they make a purchase. If they don't make a purchase after 3, leave them, because you don't want to end up into spam, or you don't want to get blocked or unsubscribed. The whole point is you need to address them at a very specific time frequency: 1 hour, 24 hours, and 48 hours. Why? It's psychologically proven that not if they don't make a decision in next 2 days, leave them. There will be time when you can again go back to them in a different email with a different offer at a different event. But for this abundant sequence, this is the limit. Okay. So why 3 is psychologically it was proven, and more and analytically also, if you keep sending more than 3 emails, there are high chances of they getting irritated, putting into spam, or unsubscribing you. Okay. So that is how abundant cart works. Now let's get into Klaviyo. Okay, in Klaviyo, like I showed you, this is where the trigger is set up. So the trigger has a particular equation called when someone checked out. You can change this trigger to anything. If it is
Okay,
like,
Anand,
yes,
Anand, I
please.
just want to, we have a lot of hands raised, and I see
Awesome.
that Krishna has had their hand raised for a while. So Krishna, please, your question?
Yes, sir, I just wanted to ask, it's a general question. Like you said, you will give discounts to make them interested. But wouldn't discounts lead to a little bit of loss?
Yes, it does. So every brand, there is something called a break-even point. So let's say you're selling a product at $100. The product cost plus like shipping, everything should be not more than 30%. Okay.
Hmm.
So let's say if you're selling a product $100, to manufacture and ship the product, it should cost you $33 max. And for the acquisition, let's say you're spending on ads or anything, it shouldn't be not more than another 33%. So always you should be left with 33% of margin. That's the basic formula to run the business. So 15 to 20% is the profit ROI that you need in any business, let's say something like e-commerce when you scale. What happens with 15 to 20 or plus is will give you enough room to survive or make money. The rest 33 to 20%, like another 10% is for the operations, the office, the maintenance, staff and all. So that is how the business works.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. And how about you, Ayan? Do you have a question?
So suppose if I've started my checkout, but I didn't buy anything, I left the site, and then I get an
Okay.
email. But like the poll question you asked, what if I ignore it? Then what do you do?
Like I said, I'm gonna send 3 emails in the next 2 days. Like I showed you 1 hour, 24 and 48. And after 48, I'm gonna end it. I'm not gonna poke them again until there is a Diwali offer or a Christmas sale or New Year's sale or something. Until and unless that, I'm not gonna touch him.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. And Rishi.
So I had a question. So, taking the example of like 1,000 people visiting your store and 970 don't buy something and 30 people buy something, instead of chasing those 970, wouldn't it just be like smarter to send email to those 30 people and try to get them to buy another product? Because, like you only said that, like it's 5 to 10 times
Awesome.
order. To,
Definitely, these 30 people are already my users and they are already on my automatic sequence. I'm gonna upsell something else. If you buy, like I said last time, if you buy Iron Man, I'm gonna try to sell Iron Man helmet or something. If you buy a Thor toy or an imprint, I'm gonna send you an email talking about Thor hammer upsells. So those emails are already set up for my existing users. That is also one set of a sequence email I'm going to talk about. The 30 are already converted. I made money from what I spent on getting them to the store, these 30. But what about these 970 users? I spent a lot of money. For one click, I think I would have spent like somebody sharing the screen, please show. So for 970 users, if I spend $2 per click, that is almost 200, sorry, $2,000 almost, right? So my $2,000 are in vain. I want to make that return on like make use of that users properly. So for that, it is not mandatory that everybody would be convinced in the first go. There is no reason to trust me in the very first. I'm not like Amazon, or even in Amazon also you look for the different merchants, right? You look for different things. So it's not like in a very first go everybody should buy. There are some people who do a lot of research, like we got some examples from our female colleagues and students. They're looking for a better price, they're looking for like insecurity, these kind of things.
Thank you
So
so
yeah,
much, Anand. Just because
yes,
of
let's get to the
time, yeah, we only have about 8 more minutes before we go into breakout rooms and everybody gets to
yes.
work.
Awesome.
Mhm.
So like I said, so this sequence is for 4 hours, 20 hours, end it. I'm sending only two because with respect to the product. Okay, for some products you can go for three. I recommend three, but this is a different story. I'm testing it. So this is a new store. We're testing it different. So it's all about how you customize the email. So let's talk about email customization with respect to, I'm gonna show it to you on Klaviyo. So like I said, we added to cart, the Pixel got to know, the Klaviyo got to know. Now, how do you drop an email? Okay, this is the most important thing because this is how you communicate, and I want you to listen very carefully because this is your exercise also for today in the breakout rooms. So once you, for today, you need to create a template. So here, the subject line, Priya. So let's say you visit a Nike store or a Nike website, Nike, and your name is Priya. You saw Air Max 270s and you didn't make a purchase. Now, I'm gonna reach out to Priya, okay? With I know the what the product Priya saw. Sorry, Air Max 270. The cost of the product is 4,999 from Mumbai. She visited 2 hours ago. I know in and out of every detail because the pixels are there. So what I did, I wrote an email saying, Priya, your Air Jordan 270s are getting lonely because she didn't buy, right? I'm addressing her personally, trying to sell it. The store name is I just let sneaker drop. I wrote some few lines about the tag and all, and now let's go. Hey Priya, you were checking out the Air Max 270s, and we've noticed you didn't complete your order. No pressure, but we thought you want to know they're selling fast in Mumbai. Only three left. See, I wrote here. Only three pairs left in your size. The price is 4,999. Air Jordan 270, uh, Midnight Pearl. That's the color she chose to add to cart, right? So I picked that particular variant also here. Now, still, if she is not buying it, that's a different story. That's a different email. So I want you today to write something like this. If you want to take a screenshot right now, take it for an example, because in the breakout rooms, you need to customize it personally to someone talking like this, right? I'll take one question before I continue.
Okay. So Renash, you've had your hand raised. Is the question about the personalized email? Maybe you left your hand up and you forgot it's on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any,
Okay.
we have a lot of hands actually. We can take
Yeah,
someone.
I know. Shiran, can you turn on your camera? You have your hand raised?
Yeah, is my camera on now? Can you see it?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
now we
please
can.
continue.
What's your question?
Yeah. So I was just asking, like, just to clarify. I know we're gonna get a doc and all, but today the breakout meeting, like project is just us working on like Canva or something to make this for someone, right? And we can have any like any company idea, and it doesn't have to be like anything specific, right?
No,
Well,
no, we have
actually,
10 brands we will share.
10 brands. So there's Nike,
Oh,
Apple, Tesla, IKEA, Lululemon, Adidas,
can
L'Oreal,
you
Levi's,
send?
Gillette, Red Bull, and Dyson. So you get to pick the company.
Oh, can you send like all of this data because it's not there on chat?
We
Yeah.
will send it to you. So the list of brands you're supposed to work is Nike, Apple, Tesla, IKEA, Lululemon, Adidas, L'Oreal, Levi's, Red Bull, Dyson. So before we
Okay.
go into this, um, let me finish the task and explain, then we will take the question. So again, last week you did the welcome series. Please do the same thing. Visit Klaviyo, okay, in the flows, go to the welcome series. The already existing series setup triggers are already there. I want you to write a customized message of convincing the user specifically of a product. Pick any product from these brand websites, talk about it, and just talk to them personally. Okay, how to do it? You can see here, you can edit the template which you guys did last week. So just go to the newsletter. It's about writing it. The words you use are very important right now. It's about how you write it down, right? So here
Okay.
again, I'm gonna share this again. If you want, take a screenshot, guys. This is gonna help when you draft a personalized email. So here again, Priya is a user who did visit Nike website. She tried to add to cart Air Max 270s. It's a product, okay, but she didn't make a purchase. But what she did, she chose the color Midnight Pearl. Okay, I know specifically which color also she tried to add and which size also. Okay, I'm not talking about size for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna write a personal message, Priya. Your Air Max 270s are getting lonely. I am saying like they are missing you because she wanted it very badly. I'm just making her feel like no, you they are missing you. That is the like some personal touch I'm giving there. And then the brand, whatever the brand is, you just name it them, and then say, "Hey Priya," just wave a hand, or depending upon whatever you, however you want to communicate with respect to the product. Okay, you are checking out the Air Max 270s. Okay, we've noticed you didn't complete the order. It's a generic word. Now, no pressure. We are not forcing. Okay, someone is talking. Please mute,
Yeah, please put
guys.
yourself on mute.
Okay, now I'm saying there is no pressure, just relax. Okay, but we thought we would want you to know that they're selling fast in Mumbai. If you miss it, also no problem, because I'm gonna say we are sold out, but we'll keep you notified after they're back in stock. So I am trying to ease them. At the same time, there is no discount right now because I'm gonna offer a discount in the next email. The first email is generally notifying them. The second email, we give them a discount or some kind of thing. Psychologically, we don't give it everything in the first go. With step-by series of sequence, we try to give them. But if you feel like if it is something you want to do it in a very first message, you can add up all your things to make sure you get a sale. You can add everything in the first go. You can place your discount in the very first level. You can talk about futures, like benefits of it. You can also say that we are running out of stock, creating the urgency,
I
right?
have a question. I have a question. Can you
Yes.
go back to Clavio and just show us where the students will have to go once they're logged into Clavio to make this email?
Yes. So
Thank
once
you.
they log into Klaviyo, the first thing
Hmm.
is there will be flows on the left side. In the home,
Hmm.
once they go to home, this is where they land. So I want them to go to flows in the left
Thank
side,
you.
third column, and in the flows, welcome series. This is the only option they will have because they haven't linked any Shopify store. So I want
Thank
them to
you.
click on flows. There are predefined flows with multiple emails. Pick one flow in that email. So this is a trigger, this is the condition, whatever it is. Just pick one email, edit this email, and test it. You already tested it last week, so please do the same test. And one of our student asked, can we use AI? This AI is a premium tool, I mean, like add-on, but I would recommend to personally design it. That is important. AI is just help you, but don't rely on AI, guys. I would personally ask anybody to don't rely on AI completely. Just use it to amplify your ideas, but just
I
don't
I
blindly execute
I
it.
totally agree. And I just want to emphasize how important it is to write it in a human voice. Everybody here knew they were receiving an email from a bot. You have to be clever and interesting and act as if you were writing the email to yourself. And you should be doing that with all AI, even with your homework. Be human.
AI can beat in volume, but when it comes to creative and creating something beautiful and amazing, humans are still the best. At any point, we will be the best. As long as we are performing smart, the volume game can be done by AI. But when it comes to creativity at top notch, unique, we humans are unbeatables always. You just need to think like that. We are always better than AI. When it comes to volume and magnifying everything, that's a different story, right? So we have
All right, we
5 minutes
have
before.
5 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the email. So you understood, right? Any questions before I go to the next one?
Okay, does anybody have any questions specifically about what's happening in the breakout rooms? Take your hand away if it's not about that. Okay, how about you, Ride, what do you have?
Yeah, so about the breakout rooms, when we go in Klaviyo Flow, like should we
Okay.
type in the like the condition spread and the two emails, or like we just have to make the template?
See, the template is already there. I think you did work in the last week also. That's a predefined template. Please use it because you know how to, you did send a test email last week, right?
Yeah.
So use the same format, but this time it's about customizing the words, how you talk to the person. Okay, that is how it is. But make it simple, guys. Don't make it complex. Take the product, talk about the variant they've used and the color or the size, and say urgency like only two left in stock, three left in stock, and also talk about if you can offer a discount, Mother's Day or Father's Day, something. Talk about it. Make sure it looks good. Okay?
Yeah.
Anybody else
Okay.
have questions specifically about what's happening in 2 minutes in the breakout room? Vian?
Sir,
Okay.
ma'am, I had a random question. Like, it's not related to what's happening in the breakout room, but I had a random question that if the customer knew that he would receive another email with a discount, wouldn't he or she, wait for getting that discount and then,
See, it doesn't like every store has discount running every time, but it is not open to everybody. Okay, it's not open. You only receive your email once you are at a certain level of in the flow. Made a purchase, that you're on your next purchase only you get a coupon, but not on the first purchase. For some stores, you just check most of the stores, they have something called 10% off if you sign up for our email newsletter. But how many websites you made a purchase so far from different websites? You never went to a newsletter and signed up. You always took the advantage. Like you never took the advantage. You always checked out and bought the product instantly, right? That is why we call flow. The flow is something you don't know that you're going in, but you end up making a purchase, right?
Okay, I
So what? So
thank you so much, sir.
awesome.
And Anand, I do want to say I'd like to call on Smarth right now because they have a very interesting point about this particular personalized email. And if Priya wanted maybe another color, right, and she couldn't email the bot back. And I just think that's a very interesting thing to be bringing up. Like, it's great that she gets the email, but what if she
Yes.
changed her mind? Smarth,
So
do you
end
have
of the day, when they
ideas?
click on the product, yes, that's a really nice question. So let's say
Yeah.
we dropped an email saying about a green shoe which she tried to make a purchase. End of the day, once she clicks on the email, she goes to the website, and on the website again she has to select which color she wants. The cart is not already predefined in this case. Once she visits the website, she still has to follow up the form process of adding it to cart, checking out, billing, everything,
Thank you.
right?
I think
So once the
we are
setup is done, I just needed a couple of minutes. So once the
sure.
setup is done, it runs forever. You just keep watching. So there are multiple setups like, post purchase, like after you make a purchase, there is one setup where you send a different kind of an email thanking them. Before purchase, you send something, or first purchase, you send something. So every time it's automatic, but you need to define them. So how Klaviyo works is it has a dashboard where it shows exactly what is working. So let's say I can show you it on the live Klaviyo also. Just a second. Just give me a minute before we jump in. So the
Yeah.
Klaviyo dashboard of Klaviyo in the home. Okay, this is how the things look like. No number of emails delivered, everything. It's pretty smooth. So this is how the dashboard works. So I just want to show you, like you can track the store revenue here, how many emails are sent and everything. Okay. So let's
But
get
that's
to
for
the
next week. We're going to go
yes,
through
yes.
that,
I just
right?
want them to,
Yeah.
yeah, because before they ask something, I just give them a clear explanation of what the dashboard looks like. So let's get to the breakout rooms and I'll catch up there.
And I think for the new students who are here, the breakout
I
rooms
have a
are you're
question.
going to be asked to join a breakout room, and then you're going to get with a team. And on your team, you're going to make sure that you are participating because after you work on this project, we're going to ask you to present to the two of us and to everybody else. And we'll have probably maybe 3 or 4 or 5 teams present because we don't have enough time. Does anybody have questions about what they're to do?
Kavya, I
Okay,
see
somebody
Kavya.
requesting share the
Okay. Kaya,
brands.
Kaya.
You
Oh,
want to
sorry,
share the
Kaya.
brands?
Oh, yeah, please, please. You go ahead. I'm fine. Please share the brands.
Oh, sure. Hold on. Hold on one second. Did anybody share them in the chat yet?
Yeah.
I'm looking for it. I got a message. Okay, so the brands are Nike, Apple, Tesla, IKEA, Lululemon, the athletic wear, Adidas, L'Oreal makeup, Levi's, Gillette, the razor company, Red Bull, and Dyson. So yeah, there we go. It's on screen. Okay, great. Okay. And any other
Uh,
questions about what you're
yeah,
going to be
I
doing?
can't join my breakout room. There's no option.
Yeah, I see it.
Just wait for a
So
minute. You get it, man. Just.
yeah, they're going to set up the breakout rooms in a minute.
Sir,
Okay,
could you
so
please show the flow once again?
oh,
Sure,
okay.
sure. Okay.
Sir, I have
I'll
a
be in the
question.
breakout rooms for you, so no worries. I'll help you out. Okay.
Sir, I have a question before going into the breakout room.
Okay.
So like the number, like the brands that you've sent, the discount, like the email that we will give to the customer and give Clayview to send. So it has to be like based on one of those brands,
Yes.
and it has to
Yes.
like exactly name a product of that brand, or can it be like generic?
Sorry,
So
I
like,
lost you second.
for example, if I've chosen Nike, so can I be generic, or I have to actually search for a product which
No
is
need. You can
already?
be generic. You can say Nike 20, Nike 25, but make sure it makes sense. You're talking about 25% off, say Nike 25.
No, like
Just go to the rooms in between. I'll talk to you there. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
continue
be
the
joining
question.
too, so you can ask
Yes,
questions
yes.
as well. All right, thank you, everyone.
Okay. See you in the breakout rooms, guys. No worries. I'll be there. Okay.
Question. Hello.
Yes.
So I was actually absent for the last class because I'd gone for a robotics competition. So,
Okay.
for me, when I tried to sign into the website, the what do you call it? The website you are Clavio, it
Okay.
needed me to add a company website and a company name. So, what should I do for that?
You can add anything. Just go with XYZ company's name and email. That's fine. Like, make sure it's your email, but you can put any URL. You can do it